All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and our home team. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Mike. 319. 53. Mike. Hey, check. 25. Check 25. Wrangler.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch up.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets it inside
I forgot he do have a spin cycle.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Rosas puts this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Excuse me.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, team 6.
49 to Mike. Mark 49.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Rush in.
Hey, exit.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry, 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On second down, it's Bell. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Allen. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, it's Drake. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Down. 60 outlaw. Blue draw Corker.
It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day. Slam.
2nd and 14. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Wow,
Taking it
really?
right down Broadway. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Wow.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd and 7, Allen, he gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, it's 9-0. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Allen off the play fake. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Check, 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 check.
Now back to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Markel Lee able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with Drake. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 56 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Running from the shotgun with Drake. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To the shotgun snap to Allen. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Drake. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
50 seconds. It's been a long day for you. Kill.
On 1st and goal,
God
Drake.
damn it.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically the
ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
This is caught, and so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Allen, and this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab, and the Bills will add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They'll drop the throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over.
And he loses the football a second time.
Madden.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. 30, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
Where's 57? 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Watch
Hey, Zoo.
Safety's creeping.
Defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bravo. Ready to go. Snap.
He'll drop to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, Foxtrot. 52. Go.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Bell. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
52.
They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 32 on the play. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break up big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's got daylight. 20, 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Ready, ready.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 47. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running, it's Drake. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the ball. Deuce.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Set. 90 Wolf.
Exit.
Topper. Let go.
On first down, Isaac, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Isaac. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Rosas' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He's going to fight. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 50.
On play action, they'll throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to number 17. Out of bounds, down the 5-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 4, check 4.
Get.
2nd and 4.
I got you, boy. I got you,
Under
boy.
pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
General West.
They'll run with Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on 1st down. Isaac, he's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
too soft.
Second and 10.
Screen. Watch the
The
screen.
27-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Let's go.
On second down now, Isaac down right around the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Yo, faster.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Isaac, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Isaac, and they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Isaac trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
And they will take a knee here. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Stop your whining.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's